So, imagine this. You're crossing a remote desert road, no fuel station nearby, no phone signal, no recovery truck coming to save you. In places like this, people don't ask for the fastest SUV, they ask for the one that will get them home. And for decades, one name has been trusted in some of the toughest environments on earth: the Toyota Land Cruiser. That's why the launch of the 2025 Land Cruiser 300 was such a big moment. Because Toyota wasn't replacing just another SUV, they were replacing a legend. So today we're going to find out whether the new Land Cruiser 300 is truly worthy of that legendary name. Welcome to Andrew's Smart Car Reviews. If this is your first time here in this channel, it's all about helping you make smarter car buying decisions through honest, detailed, and easy to understand reviews. And today we are taking a deep dive into the 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 300. We'll cover the exterior, the interior, the engine, performance, safety, security features, and most importantly, whether it's actually worth your money. Let's get started. The first thing you notice about the Land Cruiser 300 is that Toyota has made it look more modern without losing its identity. The front grille is larger and more aggressive. The LED headlights are slimmer and sharper, and the body lines are cleaner than the previous generation. But here's what makes the design successful. Even with all these changes, you can still instantly recognize it as a Land Cruiser. That's not easy to achieve. Most manufacturers redesign a vehicle and completely change its character. Toyota refined the Land Cruiser instead. Now, look at the side profile. The high beltline gives it a strong planted stance. The wheel X are pronounced, and depending on the trim, the alloy wheels add an even more premium appearance. At the rear, the tailgate design is cleaner and more sophisticated. The LED taillights stretch wider across the body, making the SUV look broader and more stable. And let me be honest, this is not the kind of SUV that disappears in a parking lot. When a Land Cruiser 300 arrives, people notice. Not because it's trying to be flashy, but because it looks like it could drive across a continent without complaining. Let's talk about the biggest change. Toyota removed the old V8, and that was controversial. Many Land Cruiser fans loved the character of the V8, but Toyota had a different goal: more torque, better efficiency, and lower emissions. Depending on the market, the Land Cruiser 300 is available with powerful twin-turbo V6 engines, and in real-world driving, the torque arrives much earlier than the old V8. That means stronger acceleration when overtaking, better pulling power when towing, and more confidence when climbing steep terrain. Paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission gearbox, changes are smooth and quick. On the highway, the engine feels relaxed. At low speeds, it feels effortless, and off-road, the abundant torque makes a huge difference. Now, if you are expecting sports car performance, this is not that vehicle. The Land Cruiser 300 is designed for strength, stability, and long-distance durability. Think of it as a marathon runner, not a sprinter. If you're enjoying this detailed breakdown so far, take a second to subscribe to Andrew's Smart Car Reviews. It helps the channel grow and it allows me to keep producing this in-depth buyer guide for vehicles like the Land Cruiser 300. Infotainment, seats, rear seats, cargo area. This is where the Land Cruiser 300 feels completely different from older generations. The dashboard is modern but still functional. Toyota has resisted the temptation to replace every button with a touchscreen, and honestly, that's a good thing. Physical control are much easier to use while driving. The infotainment system is larger and more responsive depending on the trim. You'll find features such as Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, premium audio systems, wireless charging, and so forth. The front seats are wide, supportive, and designed for long-distance comfort. This is an SUV that expects you to spend hours behind the wheel, and Toyota clearly engineered the seating with that in mind. The second row offers impressive legroom and headroom. Even taller passengers will be comfortable. In many markets, the third row is available as well, making the Land Cruiser a genuine family vehicle. Storage is another strong point. Larger door pockets, a deep center console, multiple USB ports, and practical compartments throughout the cabin. The cargo area is huge. Whether you are carrying luggage, camping equipment, camera gear, or family groceries, the Land Cruiser has the space to handle it. And one thing I really like is the visibility. The high sitting position and large windows make it easy to judge the size of the vehicle. That's important because this is a big SUV. Safety is one of the areas where the Land Cruiser 300 makes a major leap forward. Toyota equips it with a comprehensive suite of driver assistance technologies. These include pre-collision system with automatic emergency braking, lane departure alert, lane tracing assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, parking sensors, 360-degree camera system. Now, let's talk about security. For many buyers, especially in major cities, security matters just as much as safety. The Land Cruiser 300 includes smart key access, engine immobilizer, central locking, alarm system, anti-theft protection, and because of its popularity worldwide, many owners also add tracking systems for additional peace of mind. What impresses me is that Toyota has managed to add modern safety technology without making the vehicle feel overly complicated. If you have made this far, you're clearly serious about choosing the right SUV. So subscribe now because next week we'll be comparing the Land Cruiser 300 with another global SUVs, including the Prado Adventure and the Fortuner. Now, let's talk honestly. Owning a Land Cruiser 300 is not cheap. Fuel consumption is significant. Servicing costs are higher than smaller SUVs. Insurance can be expensive, but in return, you get something many vehicles cannot offer: a reputation for long term reliability, excellent resale value, and the confidence to drive almost everywhere in the world. This is not a budget SUV, it's a long term investment in durability and capability. Let's look at the pros and cons. Outstanding reliability reputation, excellent off-road capability, spacious and comfortable interior, strong resale value, advanced safety technology. Those are the pros. The cons: high fuel consumption, large size in urban areas, expensive purchase price, maintenance costs are really high than smaller SUVs. So, is the 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 worth buying? Well, in my opinion, yes. Not because it's the fastest SUV, not because it's the most luxurious, but because it delivers a combination of reliability, capability, comfort, and long-term durability that very few vehicles can match. If you regularly travel long distances, need serious off-road ability, carry a family, or simply want one of the most trusted SUVs ever built, the Land Cruiser 300 is an exceptional choice. Now, it's time for the Andrew Smart score. Let's start with the exterior design. I give it a 9.3. Interior comfort, 9.2. Technology, 9.1. Engine and performance, 9.4. Off-road capability, let's say 9.8. Safety and security, 9.5. Practicality, 9.3. And value for money, 8.8. So the overall Andrew Smart score, 9.3. And that makes the 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 one of the strongest full-sized SUV of the market today. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like, subscribe to Andrew Smart Car Reviews, and tell me in the comments, would you choose the Land Cruiser 300 or the new Prado Adventure? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Ciao.